Hello, welcome to Heartthrob Haven Lounge. One morning, a young boy ran out of his room as his father was about opening the front door to go to work. And he stopped him and asked, "Daddy, good morning. Please, how much are you paid at your work?" And the father told him, 50 per hour. While wondering why that kind of conversation. And the young boy said, "Okay, Daddy, have a nice day at work." And the father left. Thought about it for a few seconds and just forgot about it. Then a few weeks down the line, another morning, the father came out of his room to find the son already waiting for him by the front door. And the son looked up to his father and smiled. "Daddy, the last time I asked you, how much are you paid? You told me 50 per hour. So, please," he dipped his hand into his pocket, "this is 50. Can you please let me buy 1 hour of your time?" The father was shocked and he stood rooted to the spot. Welcome once again. This is your host, Ibi, on Heartthrob Haven. And today we want to talk about a father's bond. Just before we do that, I want to welcome you to Heartthrob Haven Lounge, a place of love, loving, and laughter. It's all about relationships. And as we discuss this father's bond today, I just want to remind you to please subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and let me have your comments so that we can engage in the comment section that is below. And please share this video. It is so very important. We need to change the narrative. So as I discuss father's bond today, it is about a father talking to his boy, a father communicating with his boy. Father's bond is so important. Today we're trying to change the narrative of some traditional things. And I think this is so important to talk about a father's bond and talking to your boys. A lot of boys grow up without anybody mentoring them, without anybody coaching them. But today, we want to talk about the fact that a father must bond with his son. A father must talk to the son. A father must teach, coach, and mentor his child the same way mothers do. And when we look into this and we do this, it's a whole, I do not want to bore you with statistics of father's absence, of lack of bond, of father's absence, whether on the children generally or on the son particularly. Now, it is important as a father that you are not distant from your son. Don't be an absentee father. Don't be present without being present, or don't be absent while being present. Communicate with him. Talk to him. You can't leave his training to his mom. You both have a part to play. That is to achieve a balance. That is why God made families for a man and a woman. A lot of boys get into trouble as a means of getting their father's attention because he's not there. He's never there. Some provide, some don't even do that. But whatever it is, it does not stop only at the financials. A father must be present in the life of his son. A father must bond with his son. A father must provide that coaching, that mentorship that a son needs, that the son requires. You can't leave his training to his mom. Oh, she can answer a few of his questions. She can guide him. And I'll tell you, if you leave it to his mom, she would actually teach him how to train, how to treat a woman. But who's going to teach him how to be a man? Who? It is your job. It is your duty to achieve that balance. A boy must bond with his father. A father must bond with his boy. And all this truancy would reduce greatly if boys bond with their fathers instead of going outside to their peers who do not know better than them or who have also been misguided because there has been no proper guidance and are just up to all sorts of vices. Don't be distant from your son. Don't be an absentee father. Don't be present while being present, or don't be absent while present. Don't just come into the house, read newspaper, eat your meal, go to your room. The next day, same routine over and over again. Spend time with your children. Truly, traditionally, men shy away from expressing emotions. But I tell you that a dad can be a great model for healthy emotional expression and communication. This can help his son build strong relationships and navigate difficult situations. When a son is emotionally connected to his father, he wants to do things to earn your trust. He wants to do things that will make you to commend him. He wants to be in your good books, and he will do better than a son that has been left to his devices, who now decide to go the other way so as to get attention by all means. When a dad communicates with his son, it is healthy. And it helps his son to develop healthy communication. A father must be a positive role model. They are the first male role models in the life of your son, in the life of your children generally, the first male role model. But particularly in the life of you must set good example. He is looking up to you, whether you do it deliberately or unintentionally. I tell you, he is looking up to you. So you must set a good example for him. And it has a profound impact on his development. When a son has a healthy relationship with his dad, he's able to form other healthy relationships. But if the relationship is not healthy, if it is dysfunctional, same thing happens to his other relationships. So whether intentionally or otherwise, you would be a role model in the life of your son. So try to be a positive one, and he will learn greatly from you. While learning, it must be a two-way thing. Don't think you have it all to dump on your son. Learn from your son. Even if you should learn about new communication ideas, gadgets, IT, and whatever. Be open to new ideas and experiences. And if he sees you being open to new ideas and learning, he will do the same thing. And then you can both enjoy the journey of growing together. It is so happy. It is a beautiful thing when you see a father and his son who are well bonded. They actually do not only cut a good picture, but it is a way of eliminating some of the vices and truancy we see in society. Let us enjoy the journey of growing together with our sons. As a father, you can enjoy growing together with your son. When you learn from him, he will be more open to learn from you than seeing you as dumping everything his way. Quality time. Spend quality time with your son. I think that's the most important gift you can give him. We just saw it in the life of a little boy who wanted to buy his father's time. Because with quality time, you can build strong relationship. And as you build strong relationship with him, it depends on you. He will not be misguided outside. Most of the vices that these young boys pick up, they pick them up because they want to impress their peers who are paying attention to them. So if you are the one paying attention, he wants to pick quality things from you that will create that relationship. Create a safe space for your son. There must be open communication. Let him feel free to talk to you about anything and everything. And in that safe space, he talks to you, you can mentor him well. You can guide him aright. He will be so, so happy. You'll be happier for it. The mother will be happier for it. Even his sisters will be happier for it. The whole family will be happy for it. There must be open communication. Let's stop this gap between men and their sons. Let's stop this gap between father and son. And everything you do in mentoring tailor it to a particular son. There is nothing generic about everybody. Every son is different. Every son is unique. You need to tailor your mentorship, to the son's individual needs and interests. Even if you have many sons, you have to meet them individually. You have to mentor them individually. There is no one size fits all. When you tailor it to your son, you'll be more responsive. He will be open to learning more from you. And then that bond will be perfect. When you don't treat a son that has flair for art like the one that has flair for maths, or that has flair for drama, or for engineering, or for IT, but you meet them individually, you talk to him as an individual, then you will sustain his needs. You will meet his needs and you will sustain his interests. It's a powerful way. It's a wonderful way to bond with your son. Also, let us not be too critical of them. I know there's a tendency for us to want them to do good. As a father, let your son know when he's not getting it right, but don't be too critical. Don't be the one who tells him everything that is wrong about him. Don't be the one who uses all the bad languages on him. Constant criticism damages self-esteem, and it is your duty as a father to build good self-esteem in your son. Focus on encouraging him. Celebrate his efforts. Celebrate his achievements, his little wins. Celebrate them. Celebrate him even if he doesn't succeed. Give him a pat on the back. I know you can do better. I know you will get it right next time. Go for it. Don't belittle your son. Don't make him feel small in the presence of other children. Don't make him feel small compared to another person. It is not our job to keep comparing our children to other children. Let us focus on their strength. As a father, you need to focus on his strength. You need to focus on what he's doing right. You need to focus on helping him to overcome the weaknesses that he can. As a father, let us be emotionally available. Emotional availability is very, very important. Don't be the father who spends time with your son while you both are on gadgets. Oh, your mom insists I go with you to the car wash. Okay. So that, and then you get there, everybody is on their gadgets. You're not discussing with him. You're not giving him examples. He's not learning from you. Children crave their father's attention and presence. Before they go into that mode of always wanting to be only on their son, be their friend, and then you can spend time with them. Being physically or emotionally distant will leave your son feeling lonely and insecure, which is what happens with a lot of young men out there. But when you are physically and emotionally present, near and close to your son, he will feel secure, knowing that his father has got his back. Children crave attention. They want it. Give it to them. Children you don't pay attention to early in life will not give you attention later in life because emotional connection is not there. But when the emotional connection is there, it cannot just be cut off like that all of a sudden. So please be very, very, very emotionally available to your son so that he does not feel lonely, so that he does not feel insecure, so that he does not feel exposed, so that he does not have a need to always go out there to secure validation. We must be the ones to validate our children. Let your son know that you love him unconditionally. This is so important. He must be sure in his mind that you love him unconditionally. He must know that he is loved when he's getting it right, even when he gets it wrong. When he achieves, even when he doesn't. When he gets the mark, even when he doesn't. Let him, as we correct them along the line, let him know that it is important for him to get better than himself, but not to compare him with so and so. Not to say, can't you see so and so is better? Can't you see this one? No. The love must be unconditional. He must know that even when I mess up, my dad is out there. I'm his little baby. He will clean me up and represent me, repackage me. That is what unconditional love is all about. So that he doesn't feel, Oh, I'm not good enough to merit my father's love. True love is unconditional. And that is what a son must enjoy from his father. That is what a son must have. And as you do this, he will begin to behave in a way that will also want to impress you because he already feels you're impressed with him anyway. That is what unconditional love is all about. Also, let us not be too controlling or overprotective. We don't want them to get it wrong. I get that. But that doesn't mean we should be controlling or overprotective. The tendency is that the mistakes I made, I don't want this child to make it. Let him make his little mistakes. Then he will trust you with the bigger decisions. Let's not be too controlling, overprotective of him. We must set boundaries. Oh, that is so important. We must discipline when it's necessary. We must correct. But as we do that, don't let's be overly controlling. It stifles independence and growth. We must let our children enjoy a certain level of independence that is commensurate with their ages. They must grow, but he must also learn from his mistakes. So when you leave him and he learns from little mistakes in a safe environment, he will trust you with the big things. That would have shown him that, oh, that is guidance. It's for me not to make mistakes. It's for me to get better. It's for me to be able to do these things right and to get it right. Oh, when he gives me this law, when he gives me this rule, when he gives me this guidance, he's actually looking out for me. It's not about him. It's about looking out for me. Looking out for me and ensuring that I get it right. Oh, this is huge, but I need to say it. It is so very important. A lot of men out there do not know how to say sorry. I'm sorry. I give you an example. One day I was driving. Right from the back, we were in traffic. We were already there. A guy came and hit me from the back. The impact wasn't so great on the car, thankfully. But of course, there was a little damage. Any impact will always make a damage anyway. And I came down. The guy came down. He actually was a transporter. And as we both came down, I looked at him. I just expected a simple sorry. I would have just moved on. This guy wouldn't say he's sorry. And when people gathered and everybody was telling him, you are wrong, he admitted he was wrong. But he said he doesn't say sorry. He can never say sorry. I was shocked. I was more shocked than offended. Who raised you? How did you grow up? You admit you're wrong. You can't even say sorry. Everyone makes mistakes. A father who can apologize can learn from his mistakes. And we show his son valuable lessons about humility and growth. I don't even see what is humbling in that anyway. You are sorry, you're sorry. He won't turn a father to become the son and the son to take the position of a father. Admit your mistakes. When you do this, oh, I'm sorry, I overreacted. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have shouted at you. I'm sorry, I did this. You are teaching that son to not only admit his mistakes, but to apologize for them. A lot of women have their men obviously wrong them without apologizing. This is not good. It doesn't foster the growth, the love we're preaching in the home. It doesn't make for laughter in the home. When the woman is going around, knowing fully well that no matter how bad what my husband does, he never apologizes. Oh, it will never turn you from being the husband to the wife because you have said you're sorry. It will never make her to become the head. God already gave you the headship. But it makes her to love you and to trust you more. When you apologize, when you say you're sorry, you admit your mistake. Not only admit them, but you apologize for it. Let's not be a poor role model to our sons. You are the first male model. I need to say it again. So setting a bad example will have a negative impact on his behavior, on his choices. Like I said, let us know this. It is so important. Whether you are intentional about it or not, you are his role model, you are his coach, you are his mentor. Whether formally or informally, he will pick all these things from you. So let us be intentional about it. That is what this call is today. Let's be intentional in bonding with our sons. Let's be intentional in coaching them. Let's be intentional in teaching them. Let's be intentional in mentoring them. Nothing beats a good example. And please, never ever be physically or verbally abusive or emotionally. This goes without saying. Any kind of abuse, even to his siblings, to his mom, to your domestic employees or other employees, will have a devastating consequence. A father should be a source of safety and security for his son. Don't be physically abusive. Don't be verbally abusive. Don't use terrible words that run down a child on them. Correct, according to the guidance of the Bible. You know what I mean. Teach your son. Set boundaries. Set the laws. But let us not go to the extent of abuse. A lot of parents, when we are angry, will lash out at our children. This is not cool. It is not nice. A father should not be abusive, so that that child can learn how to be angry, how to be upset without being physically or verbally abusive. As you restrain yourself, your son learns restraint. So he doesn't need to have it preached to him outside. It is a part of him. Physical or verbal abusiveness is a no-no. A big no for a father. In bonding with your son, correct him, discipline him, according to the injunctions of God written all over the Bible. But don't be abusive. There's a difference between correction and abuse. There's a difference between discipline and abuse. There's a difference in all of this. And as we maintain this standard, we are teaching our sons to also have those standards. Let's not live our life through our sons. We have our lives. If there's anything you need to correct, there's something you still want to achieve, please go all out. You are never too old to achieve it. It's never too late to do it. But don't live your life through your son. Don't push your own unfulfilled dreams onto your son. Don't force a career down the throat of your son. Encourage him to find his own passions, his goals, and then you'll be better for it. Everybody will be happy. He will be happy. He will be fulfilled. And can I just say this, please? We cannot afford to set unrealistic expectations for our children. Every child develops at their own pace. Don't pressure your son to be someone that he's not. Don't compare him to others. When you set unrealistic expectations and your son is unable to meet it, he gives up and he stops bothering, and that's not good for anyone. When you set realistic expectations, he meets them or tries to meet them, and then he tries better. And you are there encouraging him. They're there giving him positive feedbacks. Definitely he will do better. But when you set unrealistic expectations, he won't meet them, and he definitely will just give up on trying. And also, let's not discourage emotions. I know this is very African. We do it a lot. We discourage emotions. A man cannot show emotion. A man cannot cry. A man can no. Suppressing emotions would definitely lead to problems in relationships and communication. Let him be free to express himself. So please stop discouraging emotions. Now, there are specific things that a man just must do for the son. Things we must specifically teach him, coach him, and mentor him on. Life skills. Life skills like fixing things around the house, budgeting, personal hygiene, financial education if you know it, justice, fairness, even social skills like justice, navigating friendships, and dating. Let's guide our children. Talk to him about his sexuality. Talk to him about personal hygiene. Your boy needs it. He needs to learn it from you. If you don't teach him, he will learn it elsewhere. And it may just not be what you want him to learn. Character development. Character development is so important. A dad can teach his son values, important values, societal values, or good values, even if they are not societal anymore. Like honesty, integrity, respect for yourself, respect for others, fairness, empathy. You can help him to develop strong work ethic, to have a sense of responsibility, to know how to navigate around these things. Character development is very important. Let your son develop well. Will begin to have less vices in society when he knows how to handle situations, how to be honest, how to be a man of integrity. Life choices are also important in education and career. In education and career, you must guide your child. While you will not force what you want down their throat, you must guide them. Oh, you need to get a university education. I don't care what you want to do. Oh, you can do it, but you need a basic education, which university provides. A dad can help your son to explore different career options. You can set goals for his education. You see he's tending towards this. Oh, please, then you go for it. Look at it. Share your own work experiences. Offer guidance on how to navigate professional life. It is so very important that we do this. Very, very important. Very important. Because you see, also, one of the ways you do it is to get interested in his hobbies. His interests and his hobbies must interest you. While you bring him along into your interests and hobbies, also get interested. He wants to play game, play it. He loves football, play football with him. Your son loves sports, music. He loves to fiddle with electronics. Go all the way with him. This creates time for bonding. Those things you want to do, those are the times you get the bonding. Because you are sharing his passion. You are sharing his passion. It's a way to foster strong bond between a father and his son. And as you do this, he will continue to develop, to believe you, and to see him as a role model that you should be. If being a father is actually a learning process, we need to learn it and maybe unlearn and even relearn, no matter the stage that you are. The most important thing is to be a positive influence in your son's life so that you can build a strong and supportive relationship, so that you can mentor him through life. In doing all of this, it is so important that we learn it. The career we're in, we learned it. We learned so many things. So what makes us think we shouldn't learn important things like how to be a father? Nobody is born a father. We grow to that stage, and as we go to that stage, it doesn't automatically come because we have grown to that stage. So go for counseling classes, take parenting programs. When you go for counseling, those are the 3 key things I say in how we learn it. Counseling, take parenting programs, and also learn it from other people. You see a father doing something right, oh, learn it, incorporate it. Because when you do this, you will be able to be a holistic father. You were not taught, so you'll be able to teach your child. You to also open your eyes to things that you're probably not doing right, which you need to get better on. We must change the narrative that sons are growing up without mentoring, that sons are growing up without being taught. We need to change the narrative. And the time to do that is now. We must do it. As I round up, please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, once more I ask you, please subscribe, like, give me your comments. I want the feedback in the comment section. Your voice, as I close with this, your voice must be the loudest your son hears. Your actions must be the most frequent your son admires. And your counsel must be the most frequent your son remembers. When I say it's the loudest voice, I'm not talking about the volume. I'm talking about the fact that when he thinks of doing something, the first voice that comes to his head is that of his father. What has my dad said on this? What does he have to say on this when he's not even sure to be able to ask you? So I say it again. Your voice must be the loudest your son hears. Your actions must be the most frequent your son admires. And your counsel must be the most frequent that your son remembers. When you do all this, we will be creating a better society. We will be raising intentionally our sons. I tell you, as I close here now, you have been on Heartthrob Lounge talking about love, loving, laughter, and relationships. We are out to change the narrative because Heartthrob Haven is saying, get it right, get it good, and get it exciting. Get it right, get it good, and get it exciting. Bye.